In today's news, 5 new cases of HIV as Territory observes World AIDS Day.
HLSCC partners with business community in hosting Job Shadow Week.
Dr. Katherine Smith is new Director of Culture.
Resorts reopen on the Abaco Islands.
And in Montgomery, Rosa Parks honored with a statue. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media at cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT Freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT Freedom packages.
Welcome, everybody. It is Monday, December 2nd, 2019. I'm Ron Grant.
And I'm Carla Kenisha Forbes.
Hello, December.
Yes.
This is the month, man. This is my favorite month of the year.
It is?
Yeah, I dig December.
I love
for some
December. I
reason.
love Christmas, so
Yeah, I love
I
the
get
atmosphere, the vibe. Yeah. What did you do this weekend?
This weekend, we went over to the Anegada Lobster
Nice.
Fest, yes, so we had a long weekend, but it was definitely great.
Was this your first time at Lobster Fest?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't.
I've been there many times, and it's just a lot
I
of
love
fun.
it.
Yeah,
I love
nice.
it. I love it. But we actually do have a short clip for you guys, so
Nice.
watch. Yep, so just a little snippet from our weekend over on Anegada, but it was a good time. You can see the lobsters.
What I see
Yummy,
is that
yummy,
broad
yummy.
hat of yours. Did you guys see that orange hat? That
I
was
love my
kind of-
hat, okay?
That was
I
like
love
a
my hat.
CCT umbrella. You know,
I
the
loved
pack
it, and
umbrellas?
it saved me from the sun, so
I'm glad you girls had a good time.
yes.
All right, Dr. Katherine A. Smith has been appointed Director of Department of Culture effective December 2nd, 2019. The appointment was made by His Excellency the Governor, Mr. Augustus J.U. Jaspert, in accordance with Section 92 of the Virgin Islands Constitution and in accordance with the advice of the Public Service Commission. A press release from the Department of Information and Public Relations stated on November 29th, 2019. Dr. Smith will manage the department's annual budget and develop the present reform strategy for the modernization of the department in line with successful industry models in streamline and to improve the internal processes. Now, Dr. Smith holds a bachelor's, master's, and doctorate in history from Queen's University and Howard University, respectively, and has addressed various events around the region related to history, heritage, and culture. Smith, a former lecturer at the H. Stout Community College, has been active and instrumental in the area of Virgin Islands history and heritage for some time now, and also served as a member of the BVI Festival and Fairs Committee. She was the acting director in the Virgin Islands Studies and professor in the Department of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communications at the H. Stout Community College from 2008 to 2018. As Director of Culture, Dr. Smith's responsibilities also include leading the cultural initiatives of the territory as well as managing the department's operations. She will recommend changes to policies, legislation, and service delivery that would enhance the function of the department and coordinate activities with other departments and outside agencies as necessary in order to contribute effective management to the department. Smith is supported by Deputy Director, Culture, Miss Ann A. Leonard. Very interesting and
Yes.
highly qualified individual as it pertains to the post. Dr. Smith has served in various capacities, as we just said, in relation to culture. So it's interesting, and we wish her the very
Wish
best.
her all the
Yes.
best, and we'll see what she comes up
Yeah,
with.
and definitely culture, as we were just talking about, lobster is definitely like a huge part of our
Yes.
culture. It's good stuff.
Students of the H. Laverty Stout Community College were given the opportunity to shadow a professional during HLSCC's Job Shadow Week. The students shadowed a professional for 4 to 6 hours on a designated day. The week promoted career development for the student population while establishing partnership between HLSCC and the business community. The goal was to enable students to engage in career exploration by connecting with professionals in their career field of interest while receiving a first-hand experience of the job's daily operation. The initiative emphasized the importance of establishing connections between academics and career while ultimately making studies more relevant. The Director of Human Resources Department, Mrs. Michelle Donovan Stevens, said that the Department of Human Resources was delighted to partner with HLSCC on this initiative. She said the department understands the importance of capability building and believes that the initiatives such as these stand to benefit both the students and the public sector. The students which participated said they enjoyed the experience and appreciated the opportunity to gain more knowledge of the field in which they are interested in. They thanked the college for the efforts being made to expose them to their respective areas, and they do feel that this initiative would be good for students in the future.
Absolutely. I don't know if you remember, Kyla, the age-old job training program that
Yes.
Be High School, now Elmore Stout High School, partaked in for a number of years. I can't confirm if they still do it or not.
But that
However,
within itself.
that within itself was a great starting point for students to really get an on-hand first experience
Yes.
of what it would be like to be in respective areas. And what we saw with that program, similarly to what I suspect that we will see with this program, is it introducing persons to different careers. Maybe they might have had an idea of what they wanted to do, but it presents them with an avenue of self-exploration
Agreed.
and identity that would introduce them to various careers. So I hope that a lot of our local careers, such as the marine industry, maybe teaching, fishing, agriculture, I hope some of those stuff are introduced.
Will join on. I agree.
Yes.
And I think that it's really important for our students to get that experience early on in their education, because we don't want our students to believe that this is something that they want to do and go on to further studies and not be necessarily sure.
Just like you said, though, in so many words, it gives us an opportunity, I think, to make a little bit of a few mistakes before we can decide or spend too much time in a career, and I think that's a
Agreed.
great opportunity.
Agreed. So great initiative. Still ahead, 5 new cases of HIV reported locally, and resorts reopen on the Abaco Islands. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
The number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
But with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life.
We will live well.
HIV/AIDS has taken the lives of over 39 million people worldwide, despite our efforts to prevent, treat, and better understand it. It continues to be one of the most life-threatening health risks worldwide. To date, there are 37 million people living with HIV, and sadly, another 5,000 people become infected with HIV each day. That's more than 200 every hour. In observance of World AIDS Day, CCT takes time to encourage you to know your status and get tested. We join forces in solidarity of all the lives lost by this disease and continue to stand in strength with the many still living with HIV/AIDS today. Get tested, know your status. CCT cares, and so should you.
Viewers, welcome back. Now, as you just saw, yesterday, December 1st, was observed as World HIV Day, as the territory of the Virgin Islands joined forces in observing World AIDS Day on December 1st, 2019. It was announced that 5 new cases of HIV were recorded in the BVI this year. Though small in number, the territory continues to see slight increases in the number of infected persons, more so around young adults. Persons within the age of 19 and 25 years old have contracted the virus. The situation calls for more work, and I think, Kyla, more so continued awareness with regards to reaching the younger population. It is important, very important, Kyla, that persons within that age bracket realize that they should not or cannot let their guard down. In 2017, it was disclosed that 2 new cases of HIV were discovered in the territory for the year. Again, those individuals were again in the younger region, about 19 to 25. Those cases coupled with the 4 cases that were reported in 2016. HIV monitoring in the Virgin Islands has been ongoing since 1985. There have been 126 cases identified, with an estimated 38 persons living with HIV without a diagnosis and of AIDS, and 38 unknown deaths. Or known deaths, officials have stated that this figure may be a little bit higher as many persons choose to go abroad for testing and treatment. Additionally, some enter the BVI with HIV and only access care at a later stage in their disease. So, a very pivotal point in our territory and, of course, worldwide. This is something that's recognized worldwide, and all we can do is raise awareness, continue to raise awareness and education within particularly our young people, as we see that they seem to be
within that younger bracket. And I think the younger generation have to realize that they're not immune to it.
Of course.
And like you said, cannot let their guard down to.
Yeah. And while HIV, AIDS has not, remember the early days when the disease was more prevalent, it has so far progressed in regards to treatment and medication. So, of course, it's not the life sentence that it used to be, but we still want persons to be as cognizant as possible.
Definitely. The residents of the Abaco Islands in the Bahamas has witnessed a major step in the island's tourism recovery as 3 resorts have reopened their doors. According to Caribbean Journal Online, 3 resorts has reopened. These resorts include the Abaco Club, Sandpipe Inn, and Abaco Inn. Both Abaco Club and Sandpipe Inn is located on Great Abaco, and Abaco Inn is located on Elbow Key. The Abaco Club on Winding Bay is one of the leading resort developments in Abaco and one of the leading golf resorts in the Caribbean. The resort was the first to reopen in the Abaco chain since the devastating storm. For travelers who want to reach Abaco while the island's Marsh Harbor International Airport is still not receiving international flights, it is receiving domestic flights on airlines such as Bahamas Airs and others. Honestly, this is great,
good news.
And I think once entities see that one after the next they are reopening, I think it sparks a bit of hope.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because after every major hurricane within the past couple of years, it almost seems as though unfortunately, it's like a death sentence on countries, and I know it very well because it almost seemed like a life sentence or death sentence was placed on us when we experienced Hurricanes Irma and Maria. But in everything, one, it gives us an opportunity. It gives persons and countries an opportunity to rebuild and better and stronger. But most importantly, we must understand that, like everything else, it takes time and it takes a community effort. So I'm very pleased and happy for the folks over there on Abaco Island that they're beginning to see some level of progress.
Definitely. And make sure you to tune in tomorrow, as we will be interviewing our local electricity men who are recently returned from their deployment to the Abaco Islands.
What of a privilege. I mean, what a blessing that we were able to contribute and send
help
a few of our hardworking men over there from the Electricity Corporation to do great stuff.
Yes, I think
so I'm excited for that
we cannot forget where we were about 2 years ago. So it's great that we're able to lend a helping hand to our neighbors over in the Bahamas.
Absolutely.
Still ahead, Rosa Parks honored with a statue. Hear more all about it here on 284 News when we return.
When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT Freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT Freedom packages.
Viewers, welcome back. The Associated Press has reported that a new statue of civil rights pioneer Miss Rosa Parks was dedicated in Alabama's capital city on Sunday, the 64th anniversary of her historic refusal to give up her seat on a public bus to a white man. Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed and Alabama Governor Kay Ivey pulled back a cloth to unveil the statue between a crowd of about 400 spectators. Now, the ceremony was matched with the anniversary of Parks' December 1st, 1955 arrest that sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, a pivotal part in the civil rights movement. The depiction will inspire future generations to make paramount to our city to push towards the path of righteousness, strength, and courage, and equality, Reed said, who recently became the first African-American mayor of Montgomery. Just let's pause there for a second. In 2019, we are now having the first African-American mayor of Montgomery, Alabama. I was just in awe as I was reading it and researching the story. For granite markers near the statue, honored plaintiffs in Bodover Gale versus the court case that determined segregation on Montgomery buses, and it was unconstitutional. One of the plaintiffs, Mary Lewis Smith, took part in the ceremony on Sunday. I need some water, Kyla. Let's go. You're gonna get some juice. There we go, guys. Now, at a very historical point in the territory, we see Rosa Parks once again being honored for such a historical and really great initiative. And I don't think it's funny, because when a lot of these persons in our world and in our community stand up for their rights, I really don't know if at the moment they're thinking that it would make such a significant difference. They are just really standing up for their rights. If we look at two examples, one, the Selma March, which had a lot to do with the civil rights movement, and then locally, Noah Lloyd and the March of 1949, right here in the British Virgin Islands that we spoke about just a few days ago in our newscast. These were persons, everyday persons, who just had enough and decided to stand up for their rights as citizens, and I think that's something that we should find very interesting too.
Agreed.
So congratulations to the family and the persons of Montgomery, Alabama, in a very historic recognition of Miss Rosa Parks.
Great stuff.
Good
and
stuff.
I love the statue.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And she was also honored earlier this year with a doll. They did some depictions of dolls, and she was also honored. Yeah, so it's just a cool year for her.
Awesome. I think
her
Rosa
legacy
Parks was pretty awesome. So here, guys, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to like us on Facebook at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kyla Kenesha Forbes.
And I'm Ron Grant. We'll see you again tomorrow as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news, right here on 284 Media. Happy Monday, everybody. Have a great week.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.